So recently, I feel like I've fallen off in terms of keeping fit, keeping healthy, and taking care of myself. So in today's video, I wanted you to spend a week with me where I try and rebuild some of those healthy habits and incorporate them into my daily life. I wanted to take you through this because hopefully if you find yourself in a similar position, then you can take some inspiration and some ideas from today's video and incorporate into your life. Now, if you've been on any type of productivity social media, then you'll have heard of the book called Atomic Habits by James Clear. Now, I read this book a couple of years back and I used a lot of the ideas in that book to help me try and get back on track. If you haven't read the book before, I'd highly recommend it. It's really, really good, and it is eye-opening in the way it makes you view your habits, both breaking habits and creating new ones. So I wanted to build better habits around self-care, my mental well-being, my physical activity, and my food. Now, also this week I was in the office for 3 days, and so it just meant I had to be a bit more flexible in how I prepared myself to make sure I hit these goals. Full disclosure, I didn't hit all the goals this week, but that's okay. It's a start, and this is more about a marathon rather than a sprint. So if you like this type of content, please consider dropping a like and subscribing to the channel. It really helps me to know what content you find valuable and engaging, and that's a big part of why I make these videos. I'm starting in this area because it's the area which I felt I could impact the fastest, and it's relatively low effort. So I'd got into a habit of when I'm going to the office, just putting on jeans and a t-shirt and not really making too much effort. But that's something I wanted to change. Dressing up definitely makes me feel better, it makes me feel more confident. And so this did require a little bit more planning as to how I was gonna dress when I went to the office. To help counteract this, just the night before I'd take out my clothes, I'd make sure I know what I was wearing, make sure I'd ironed them, and then I'm all set up and ready for the next morning. Dressing up just a bit more definitely made a better start to my day. It put me in the right mind frame and gave me the right mindset, and it was a really, really easy change to make. The next habit I really wanted to reinforce was taking better care of my skin. Now, for the last few years, I do have a skincare routine, but when it's late at night and you're tired, it's really easy to skip parts of it and just go straight to bed. But the fact is, when you're in the office a lot, when you're commuting in London, your skin's exposed to a lot of things, a lot of dirt, pollution, chemicals, and so it's really important to cleanse your skin of that and not let that sit on your skin for too long. By using products that I really enjoyed and made my skin feel good, it really kind of motivated me more to go ahead and do my skincare routine both in the morning and in the night. I pretty much always do it in the morning, but more so at night time. So the next idea is just getting more comfortable with using what I call feel-good products. So this extends more from just your normal skincare, but there's a number of things that I use which just somehow give me a better start to my day. They get me in the right mind frame and mindset for my day, and I'd go as far as saying they even help to boost my confidence a little bit. So although they are more expensive than what your everyday normal products would be, I do feel that the boost they give me in the morning in both confidence and mindset makes them well worth it, and for me it's a bit of a no-brainer. So examples include just using a nicer body wash. This is my favorite one, is from Molton Brown. It's called Recharge. It smells incredible, and I also have the body cream that goes with it. The next option is using something like a really nice smelling hand cream. I use this one from Aesop. It smells incredible. And when you put this on and you go out the door, you're just kind of reminded from that scent of, just being more confident and having more of a purpose. It sounds strange, but once you try it and you realize it actually does work. And the final one, of course, for most males is just putting on an aftershave. Again, something very simple, but it can help build your confidence and put you more out there. So next up is food. Now, recently I found myself reaching for that Deliveroo app a little too quickly, or maybe reaching for some processed foods a bit too quickly as well. And this has left me feeling quite heavy, sluggish, and with low energy, and that's definitely something I want to steer away from. In order to stick to my goals, I knew I'd need to plan and prepare beforehand. So for example, if I was having porridge in the morning, then the night before I'd get everything ready and just mix all the dry ingredients. I'm pretty lazy, so in the morning, if it means that 70% of my breakfast is already prepped and ready, then I'm way more likely to not skip breakfast and to actually eat something healthy, which keeps me fueled and going. So this was a really easy change. It only takes a few minutes to prep the night before, and it meant I was eating a good nutritious breakfast in the morning. For the days I was going into the office, I didn't really have time to exercise and eat a hot breakfast without having to wake up at something like 5 o'clock in the morning. And so what I prepared was overnight oats. And these are super simple because it's the same preparation. I just leave it in the fridge, and in the morning before I go to work, I grab it and then I put it in my bag, I get to the office and I eat my breakfast. So it just means I still get the good nutrition, I still get good protein, carbs and fats to help start my day, and I'm also saving time in the morning. Now in terms of lunch, if I'm going into the office and I don't take leftovers, then I will just obviously buy something. But this week I was definitely trying to make some healthier swaps and healthier choices. So on Tuesday this week, I went to a market stall near my office and I got this Ethiopian food. It was light, it's filling, it's healthy, and it's so tasty. If you haven't had Ethiopian food before, I definitely recommend it, especially if you're vegetarian. It's so tasty. Now on Wednesday, I went for a falafel box. I did add a little bit of halloumi in there for some extra fat and some extra protein, and also because everyone loves halloumi. And so those are my two lunch choices. I tried to make them a bit lighter and a bit healthier, more veg and more salad on the side. And yeah, I just felt more energetic and productive after eating. Now when I'm preparing dinner, I try to add in as much veg as I can, a lot of variety of vegetables to help get those vitamins and micronutrients into my diet. Here I am making a pasta sauce. I also added in some corn mince to help boost the protein content as well. Now on another day, it was cold and raining outside, so I decided a soup would be perfect. And I made a leek potato and pea soup. I made it in under 45 minutes. It was actually quite tasty. It was very filling, and also it's nutritious as well. So there's some really simple and easy meal ideas that you can put together, and some simple swaps that I've done to help incorporate more fruit and veg into my life. Another alternative is swapping out regular milk for something like oat milk. Now for me, oat milk actually tastes better, especially in something like a flat white, but it's better because it also has lower calories. I've also started drinking my coffee black in the morning. This is something I used to do a long time ago, and I'm really enjoying it because you can actually taste the coffee more and it's a lot lighter on your stomach. So making these simple swaps this week has definitely made me feel more productive, it's made me feel lighter and more energetic, and it's also helped my focus, especially after lunch where you typically get that post-lunch slump. Now one night I was out for a team dinner, and because I'd made healthy choices 80% of that week, it meant I was just able to eat really whatever I wanted and know I was happy and just enjoy my meal. So we went to this place called Masala Zone. If you haven't been there, I highly recommend it. Really nice Indian food in London. When it comes to working out, this is another area I've been very inconsistent with. I've been trying to work out for a number of years, but I've never built a consistent habit of just getting things done. There's always an excuse, like I'm too full, or I'm too hungry, or the gym is too busy, or I've got too much work, or just there's always some sort of excuse, and I knew I had to change that. And doing some activity is better than doing nothing. But since I do have a desk-based job and I'm sat down for 8 or 9 hours a day, I know how important it is to keep my body active and keep moving and keep my muscles engaged. And so one thing I started doing is these home workouts by Peloton. I found they're really good. I don't typically like doing home workouts, but here the instructors are good, the music is good, and they put together a multi-week plan to help you kind of progress from where you are now to a more fitter and healthier version of you. All the workouts are less than 40 minutes, and so it's really easy to fit this into your day, either at lunchtime, in the morning, or after work. I typically don't like going to the gym after work because it's always so busy, but here I could just roll out my mat and follow the workouts on the TV. Now, as great as the workouts are, 40 minutes just isn't enough to compensate for 8 to 9 hours of a sedentary life. And so it's important that I included more general movement and activity into my day. So here's some of the obvious ones, but I was taking the stairs a lot more. I was walking to one bus stop further than I needed to go to. When going to the office kitchen, I'd do a loop around the office and just get some additional steps in, making sure I went out for a walk a couple of times a day. And so all of this just helps increase my overall activity and metabolism throughout the day. And so the days I'm going into the office, I'm easily hitting my 10,000 steps plus my workout in the morning. So the final area I wanted to work on was my mental well-being and my mental clarity. Now, I have been writing in a digital journal, whenever I remember. I try and do it every day, but sometimes it's a couple of weeks between entries. But the thing I wanted to add in was a bit more of a consistent meditation routine. Now, I'm a big fan of meditation and breathing techniques to help bring down stress and bring clarity to your mind. And the Balance app is a great way to structure your meditation and provide you some guidance if you've never done meditation before. All the plans are tailored around your goals, whether it's reducing anxiety or improving your sleep, and the duration of all of the plans or the mental workouts or meditations they have, are either 5 or 10 minutes, so you can easily fit this into your day. And although the meditation sessions are only 5 minutes long, that's more than enough time for you to just calm down, refresh your mind, and also relax your brain and your mental activity. One of the best things about this app is you can do it anywhere you want. If you're on the train, on the way to work, or you're in the office, just put your headphones in, listen to the app. You don't have to close your eyes, but just follow the breathing exercises for a few minutes, and I definitely guarantee you will feel better at the end of it. I used the app multiple times this week, and I definitely felt the difference after the sessions. So this is an app that I will continue to go on with and try and incorporate it into my everyday life. So there's my week. Now, I didn't stick to my goals every single day, but that's okay because life happens. But I can confidently say that this week my energy was higher, my mental output at work was more, and I just felt more energetic due to the type of food and the activity that I was doing. Now, although these are small tweaks and small changes and they're nothing revolutionary, when done week over week and over a long period of time, they can have extraordinary impacts on your physical and mental body. So I hope this video has helped you, and I hope it's inspired you and maybe given you some ideas of some small tweaks that you can implement in your own life to help lead a more healthier lifestyle.